It might seem sometimes that we give up, but when we're actually just giving ourselves some space to do better, quitting a job that is shit is not giving up. Leaving a business idea that is not so good and not doing good is not giving up. As long as you know that you're taking this decision to get to a better direction. I'm gonna be looking like this today because I have the sun in my eyes and I don't want to have my glasses on. So this is what it's gonna be like. Welcome everybody to a new video. I haven't been doing videos for a little bit of time now. I've been having a lot of other stuff to do and I haven't really felt like it. But today I really had the urge to do something. So here we are today on the top of the mountains in Innsbruck, Nordkette. And yeah, I'm doing a ridge run today. So I'm trying to do all the peaks, or like the small peaks on the ridge here that I haven't done so far, except for the biggest one that is over there. That's for another day. But I figured I would take my camera with me and just sit down here and talk a little bit and make a video. So let's go. And for anyone who is new to this channel that I have here, what I do here is basically I'm filming myself when I'm talking about different types of topics when it comes to self-learning, self-awareness, personal mastery, and to become the best kind of person that you can be through life, and basically lifelong learning when it comes to learning about yourself and your surrounding and how you can become a better person every day, basically. And I've started this YouTube channel because I wanted to share my journey when it comes to my inner state and my personal mastery, and that's basically what I do with this channel. So hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like this kind of stuff, and if you like what I'm doing, it would be awesome. And today I felt like I wanted to talk a little bit about giving up, actually. It's a topic that I think that everyone encounters every now and then in life, with the feeling of wanting to give up on what you're doing or whatever type of situation you might be in, and that is tough, for example, or maybe not so motivating, or whatever it can be. I think that we have all out there can say that we have shared the feeling of wanting to give up. Or what do you guys say? I bet you all had that every now and then. I sure do. And lately, I guess that I've been not wanting to give up, but I've had the feeling that I would want to give up. My last months or couple of months at uni before the summer semester was, or the spring semester was done, I had a really hard time, to be honest. It was hard to motivate myself to finish it off. Corona forced us to be sitting at home. I couldn't meet my classmates. It was hard to do everything online. And yeah, I just lost motivation, and I really had to keep grinding in order not to give up. And at the same time, um, I've actually had a lot of people telling me that it feels like I'm giving up on things. I mean, I sit here now on the top of a mountain, um, which is a pretty tough walk if you want to get up here. Um, Maybe not for anyone. I get off the beaten path to go to these small peaks that most people don't go to. I see the tourists down here walking next to me, and they will probably never take the uncertainty of going to these places, which is I don't think it's about not being tough enough or so. It's just that you sometimes takes the easy way out, and generally I don't take the easy way out. But I'm also a person that is not so. If I'm not happy in a situation, I will force myself to change that situation, and I think that sometimes it comes off for people outside and people around me, like as if I'm giving up on things. And I've thought about this a lot because even though, say, for example, you have a job where you're not so happy, I've been in that situation. I've changed a couple of these situations through my life so far. Um, and I sometimes suffer from depressions. I've already mentioned that before. And I get tough periods in life, or like in my everyday life every now and then, which I have to take care of. Um, and that's something I cannot really fly from or like flee from. So that I really have to encounter, and I cannot really give up, because then I would have to give up on myself. But when it comes to these things like changing a situation, like what I did when I moved here to study, I left Sweden because I wasn't really happy where I was, or when I quit a job that I wasn't really happy with to do something else, it might come off as if I'm giving up, like I said before. But that is really not the truth. It's more about me not giving up on myself and just changing a situation that is not making me happy in order to have actually live a life that is more fulfilling for me. And that's something that I've learned through or by time, I guess, that it's not really the same thing as giving up. I think that giving up is when you lay down and you stop doing something just because it's hard. And I've seen these part of my life more as necessities to cut off these parts in order not to give up on other parts of my life. For example, when I was younger and I decided to lose weight, and that I was tired of not being able to move. Since then, I think that is basically 15 or 17 years now, and I've never given up on moving. I mean, I can now push it. I can go up to these super beautiful places just because I never given up on my physical uh, capabilities and sports, that I've kept pushing even when it's hard, even when it's painful, when it hurts, and even when I was really overweight and it was really tough. It took a long time to get to a better state, but I didn't give up. Also, I never gave up on my sad parts and my depressions. I always fought for the fact of trying to get new tools to try to become a better person. I've hurt a lot of people on the way there. I still hurt a lot of people that I have around me with the way I am. I can also come off, I think, a little bit selfish. I don't know. How is it with with you in your life? Do you feel like you come off selfish when you feel like you need to change for yourself, and when you need the time for yourself, and when you work and fight for those things that make your life better? Um, I do believe that I sometimes come off very selfish, but because I'm in need of a lot of uh, mental training and alone time when it comes to become stronger mentally. And I sometimes forget the people around me, which is a really bad side side of me. And it's not that I also that's also a fact that I don't give up on the people around me. I would never give up on the people around me. It's just that when I'm in these positions, then I sometimes forget about it. And there the fact is actually that I should work more on reminding myself that I need to, make a call, tell the people around me that I love them, do something for someone else, not just myself. And that is something that I often get reflected. There are people around me that put up the mirror in front of my face, and that is the toughest thing ever. Um, and I sometimes have a hard time handling that. It would be awesome to hear how you guys handle these kind of situations. I mean, when someone holds up the mirror to your face and tells you something, like, for example, when I get to hear that I'm a person that seemed to give up, how do you handle these things? And what are the thoughts that goes into your mind? And what advice could you give me to handle these kind of things? I mean, I deep inside of myself know that I'm not giving up, but how do I show that to people around me? I find that super hard because I sometimes don't know how to explain that it happens in here. I mean, in periods where I procrastinate or not doing so much, when I'm locking myself in myself in order to survive and push and get better at something, I need a lot of thinking time. How do I get forward to those people that it's not about giving up, it's about giving myself space in order to grow and become a better person? I don't know if you can relate to this, and if you feel that you're also in need of a lot of mental space in order to grow. I definitely feel that it helps me and that I'm becoming a better person when I allow when I allow myself to get this mental space and so on. But it's not about giving up. Um, but I would definitely say that it's about having a lot of fears. I am, I think, often seen as a strong person when it comes to the outside. When you live with me or when you're close to me, you know that that is not always the fact. And I don't think that that's the fact with anyone. We all have our weak spots. But I am for sure very often scared of the future, for example, what might to come. I mean, of course, I think about things like how will I get a job when I don't speak the language in the country I want to stay in. Of course, I'm really scared of what might come for the future. Would I be able to handle having a kid sometime at some point in life, or what do I want to do with life and so on? Can I commit to someone else? Can I really give another person the kind of love and affection that they deserve? And will I be there for my family? Will I be a good manager if I ever start a business and have employees and so on? And for me, it's a lot more about what I said, like fear rather than giving up. And I do believe that it's a good thing to start reflecting on these things and maybe put these apart a little bit. So I think it's easy to just lump everything together and say that everything goes into the same pile, like talking about fear and giving up or or so on in the same kind of manner. But I think that sometimes it's not about giving up. Sometimes it's just about giving yourself the right opportunities. Just like leaving a relationship that is really bad for maybe both of you, and you have to then ask yourself when is it worth fighting for? Because I think that we are also often giving up way too fast. I mean, I often have the feeling that I would want to give up, and then I remind myself that, you know, if I have this saying actually on my refrigerator: if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. And that is very true because um, if you don't want to give start over all the time, like if I don't want to start over with my videos or the business I'm building or the relationship I'm in or my friend group or so on, then you have to fight for it. And I know that. I know that it takes hard work and persistence and perseverance in order to build something that is really great and really good. And it's important to fight for what it's really worth, because relationships, business, everything comes with a lot of fighting, a lot of hard work. And I think that a lot of people are not willing to go the whole way, including me, because sometimes because you're scared and sometimes because you're lazy, or I think often it is about you haven't really found the right thing. um, if I look at the relationships to my friends or to my partner and so on, I know that it's worth fighting for. I know that it's not so easy, and also with my family, but I know that I would not want to give that up, even though I'm super scared to commit to other people. That's something that I need to work on. And I think that would go both professionally. If I would run my business and have employees, it, for me, something that I would really have to work with in order to let people um, work for me, and in order not to give up on me, because I think it's not only about us giving up on ourselves, it's about not letting people give up on us, because we need all the support that we can get in order to be the strongest type of people we can be, because we are not strong alone and we need the people around. So it's also about allowing people to help you and letting them in, because if you don't let them in, and this is something that I'm really bad at, then they cannot help you. And that's something I'm working on today. Like, that is really one of my top priorities right now, to allow myself to let someone in order not to run away from from the people that I need the most, because I am like that. If there's something that I might seem to give up on, is the fact that I'm so scared of letting the good people in, because I am afraid of losing them. So maybe that's the promise I should make to myself, to become the next level Lucas. in order to become the best is to allow people to get in. No. I think to wrap this up, we need to look at giving up a little bit more as a color scheme and not so black and white. It might seem sometimes that we give up, but when we're actually just giving ourselves some space to do better, quitting a job that is shit is not giving up. Leaving a business idea that is not so good and not doing good is not giving up, as long as you know that you're taking this decision to get to a better direction. If you give up just to lay on the couch and suck your thumb, yeah, then it's giving up. But if you're doing it as a step in providing yourself a better life, then it's not giving up. Then it's giving yourself opportunities to do something better. And I think that's really important. So that's the motivation I wanted to give with this video today, because if you don't give up, these are the kind of things that you can get. If I would have given up 15, 16 years ago on the fat kid that I was, and I'll insert a picture here of what I looked like, I couldn't even run 200 meters. Today I'm doing like really big hikes and I can take my friends these places and it's amazing. So if I would have given up, I would have never been here today, and I'm not ready to give up ever. So that's what I want to do, and I will keep fighting for providing myself and my loved ones for a better life. And that's what I hope that you guys out there also do. And I want you guys to really take care of yourself and just lead the life that you want to live. Until next time, take care. And if you like this video, please share and like it. And I hope that you have an awesome summer.